Most obvious to us are changes in how much people sleep as we grow. So infants and young children get the most amount of sleep, and older adults tend to get less sleep than they did as young adults. But the quality of sleep is changing as well across the lifespan. So infants and young children also get the most of the deep, rich sleep stages like slow wave sleep and REM sleep, and older adults tend to get less and less of these sleep stages as they age. And work in our lab has shown that these deep, rich sleep stages like slow wave sleep and REM are important for maintaining cognitive function and memory ability. And so we see that this function is greatest in infants and children, and it gets weakened for older adults. This study was spurred by some changes in the guidelines around napping in preschool classrooms, reducing the required nap opportunity to just 45 minutes. This is contradictory to studies in young adults, which suggest that sleep is beneficial to learning, and learning is the goal of preschools, that early education they need as foundation to enter elementary school. So to show or to examine whether the naps do serve this function, we taught the kids a task in the morning, and then we looked at how much they remembered after their nap compared to a day where we kept them awake during nap time. And when they napped, they remembered 100% of what we taught them in the morning, whereas when they stayed awake, they lost 10 to 15% of those memories. And what was also important is that in these naps that tended to be 70 minutes long, they went through those deep, rich sleep stages like slow wave sleep, and they had sleep spindles, all of those factors that really make naps important for learning and that provided that cognitive function. So this really suggests that that 45-minute nap opportunity could be insufficient for supporting the learning function that the kids could be taking advantage of. Sleep pressure is a term that we use for that building need for sleep the further you get from waking up. And so by mid-afternoon, you've built up a significant amount of sleep pressure. But if you had a rough night's sleep last night, or maybe went to bed late, you're going to have built up even more sleep pressure by mid-afternoon. But this is compounded by many other things that can take place. So the foods that we eat, for instance, can increase how groggy we feel in the afternoon, particularly fatty foods that you might have had at lunch. The other thing that happens is that often in the afternoon we find ourselves in dimly lit classrooms or seminar rooms, and that makes our melatonin come out, the vampire hormone that increases our sleepiness. And so in this combination of events, we find ourselves sleepy in the afternoon. But taking a nap might not be the optimal way to address that, because by doing that, you'll not have enough sleep pressure to fall asleep at the end of the day, and you'll find yourself even groggier tomorrow afternoon.